All right, joined by Scott Rabalais of The Advocate in Baton Rouge. This was an absolute thriller tonight, and Orgeron is not going to say it, but I think this was the biggest win of his career. You look at this season, some people were guessing 6-7 wins. Now they have 2 top 10 wins through the first 3 weeks.
Well, you know, last year's win over Auburn when they came back down from 20-0 was pretty big too. Maybe Ed would want to play them more often, but I don't know if anybody else's heart can take it. But this was a huge win. I mean, LSU, no one thought LSU could be 3-0 after 3 games playing Miami and then Auburn, 2 top 10 teams. First time since 2011 they've beaten 2 top 10 teams in one season. And yeah, I mean, everyone said he's got the hottest seat in college football. I mean, you could take bets in Vegas saying that he has the hottest seat, and cooled off considerably now after these 2 huge wins. It's an unbelievable, unscriptable start for LSU.
Auburn went up 21-10. Then the defense gave them a chance in the end. But let's get first to Joe Burrow and Tracy. They score 9 points over the final couple drives to be able to win this game. That's why you bring a guy like Burrow in to be your quarterback, and Tracy to be the place kicker, who only missed 1 field goal today and has been steady for them so far.
LSU's field goal kicking was a liability last year. I mean, they had one of the worst field goal percentages in the country. They get Tracy, who was the top kicker in these lower college levels. And one thing about a guy coming from Division II, you don't want a Division II linebacker or maybe a quarterback, but kicking is kicking. And as Cole said afterwards, it's the same dimensions for the field goals. And this is what they expected him to do. And the fact that he came through, I probably didn't surprise too many people from LSU. As for Joe Burrow, he wasn't perfect. He said he didn't think he played that great a game, but he leads the team. He gives them confidence. He just seems like a winner. He seems like a guy who comes through in the clutch, and you saw that here today in the 4th quarter.
And Burrow said he didn't really feel like he played exceptional when it came to this game, but that 71-yard touchdown to Derek Dillon dropped it right over the linebacker, right in front of the safety. That was the play that really gave them the momentum to go win this game. How impressed were you with that throw right there? Because I think that was the most impressive throw Burrow's made so far.
Look, from our vantage point, at first it's like he's thrown into triple coverage. Like, what is he doing? But you saw it. He just, like you said, just laid it in right there over the linebacker, and one of the defensive backs took a bad angle, and Dillon was off. So that's the spark they needed. They were hanging in, but nothing really was happening for LSU offensively. They only had the 2 field goals after scoring on that short drive after the Delpit interception in the 1st quarter. So that gave them the opportunity, and probably put a little fear into Auburn that they could lose the game, but they didn't feel just a few minutes earlier.
And the LSU defense continued to hold them over. You saw Greedy Williams interception, another 3 and out, while the offense kind of, got stuck in the mud there in the second half. Dave Aranda is such a great defensive coordinator, especially when it comes to adjustments. What did you see from the defense during that time where they were able to hold over the offense?
That's the thing. The defensive looks Aranda gives at the start of a game are not what you're going to see the entire game. He's going to change things up. And I just thought they kind of bogged down Auburn's running game, which had gotten some momentum in the middle part of the game when they scored those 21 straight points. And then they finally started getting some more pressure on Jarrett Stidham. And I think they made him a little uncomfortable, and it worked him into some throws that were just off target enough to give LSU the ball back, the last few times that they needed to do it, and it turned out to be just enough.
Won the turnover battle, and the offense still hasn't turned the ball over, which is a formula for winning. All right, here in Auburn, Alabama, Scott Rabalais of The Advocate in Baton Rouge. Thanks for taking the time. Back to you guys.